Chat, one of the most viral things that are going on the internet right now is Steven Crowder. Okay. Steven Crowder is a very brave white guy. Okay. Very brave. All right. This nigga charges into nigga communities like nobody's business. And he goes there to sit down and have conversations. And he's having conversations with black people about black fatigue. And I said, whew. Well, you must be secretly Superman or something, because niggas these days are rabid. But we're gonna get into some of these clips, man. Shout out to Steven Crowder, though. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna play the whole thing, but we're gonna get some of the clips and see what happens.
Bad decisions, personal accountability. We'd all be bad decisions, personal accountability. We'd all be against reparations, and we'd all be against the criminal justice reform.
I'm definitely for reparations.
See that to me? You said excuse. Yeah. That sounds like an excuse to me.
You ain't paid me back. You ain't paid me for what you owe me.
What did I take from you?
You can't start another bill.
What did I take from you?
Until you pay this old bill.
What did I take from you?
You didn't take, but your ancestors.
But you just said you.
Well, when I say you, I meant it as a euphemism.
But can you understand why white people hear it and get pissed off?
Yeah.
Because I can take shit.
But they're not mad about the advantages that were built into their lives.
So you want young people to pay? Sounds like an excuse.
Sounds like an excuse. Even without paying us back, Steve, know what my thoughts are on this here. Give us an opportunity to exercise our ability and our autonomy. Let me give you a perfect example.
See, look, I don't even know what he started talking about there at the end.
I don't either. But niggas is study like, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. What my great grandfather did ain't got nothing to do with me, nigga. I'm not like y'all killing me with this reparations talk.
It don't work like that, It's a little too late for that, right? Because remember, what was it? The 30s and 40s, or mostly the 40s, where they were putting Ray Charles. What he doing? Yeah, but mostly the 40s, where they were putting like Asian Americans in camps and shit because of everything that happened with Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure they got reparations, right? Like it was almost immediate. It wasn't like, like a year after or so, but it was like within 10-ish years where they got like their reparations. That makes sense because it just happened. And yeah, that was fucked up what you were doing to those people. So yeah, you need to pay them for that. My guys, how long has slavery been abolished? How long has the Civil Rights Act been in play? You've had ample time to do what you need to do. If they were going to do reparations, they should have did that 100+ years ago when they ended slavery. That's when that should have happened. Now it's used, and a lot of black people ain't going to like what I'm going to say, but I don't care. It's used as an excuse for you not doing what you need to do with your life, right? Like, you're using the excuse, oh, I'm black and my great grandparents were slaves and things like that. What does that have to do with you? Like, you live in a country where you literally have no excuse to not do whatever you want to do, especially in this day and age of technology. Hell, look, you got 2 black dudes on stream right now with 2 white girls, and we getting super chats.
This nigga trying
Where's the oppression?
You're trying to get us lynched. Can you stop?
No. Where's the oppression? Where's the oppression at? What's stopping you from getting on, going on the internet and doing this? Or what's stopping you from going out and getting a job or making music or, playing ball or whatever you want to do? Hell, the president was black. What is your excuse?
I'm going to get to my overall point. Saskas, before I say this next clip, did y'all have anything y'all want to say?
Yeah, no, guys, I totally agree with you. After World War I, we're Hungarian, and they passed a law that you couldn't even speak Hungarian afterwards. And it was so bad that after we lost the war, all of us started killing ourselves. There was a song called the Hungarian Suicide Song, and they couldn't even play it after a while because so many people were so upset about it. To go back into that, like, that's a horrible thing that happened to my ancestors. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't affect me fucking at all in any kind of way. I have a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. I empathize because I'm a woman and I'm part of another group that likes to claim victimhood all the time. And I'm more of a survivor than wanting to lean into the victim. I don't understand why someone would want to take a failure or a bad situation maybe they didn't even directly experience and create their identity around it as an excuse of, oh, well, I never could do this or I couldn't do that. The amount of women that I've met that are like, I'm a woman, so I have such a hard time doing this or that. I'm like, no, bitch, you don't. No, you don't. Because if I go into a meeting and I suggest like a man to do a job, everyone's like, is that a trans man? Or, you know what I mean? There's no opportunities being taken away from women. As soon as you show up and say you're a woman, you're checking a box. So you've got it easy. So I really am against the victimhood. I think that it's just basically a fucking excuse to not live your life, do your things.
Yeah, here's another clip.
We getting fed up and we tired of all these school shootings and all of these road rage and all that. Who do we say something to? Who hears our voice?
And when does the white fatigue kick in?
And when does the white fatigue kick in?
Well, we've been hearing about white. That's the point, right? We've been hearing about it all our lives, about white fatigue, about systemic discrimination.
But nothing's ever been done. That's the problem.
It has been done.
Here.
That's why we've done systemic justice reform that has led to more crime, right? That's the reason for no three-strike policy. That's the reason for cashless bail. That's the reason for catch and release. The reason for it, in the wake of Black Lives Matter, George Floyd riots, Summer of Love, was we're going to reform crime, we're going to reform the justice system, and it's gotten worse everywhere it's been. And then when white people leave those neighborhoods, well, now it's white flight. If they come in, it's gentrification. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of people who are pissed off, and they're not going to sit down and have this conversation and be real about it. And they're going, well, what happens when someone has to keep their mouth shut about everything?
Damn, I didn't see this clip. Damn.
Nigga, the end of that, he killed so hard. He said, if white people leave, it's white flight. If we come, it's gentrification. I remember sitting in the middle of a conversation with some black people that was because, in Atlanta, we constantly building shit because Atlanta is on the uprise, right? Constantly building shit. And niggas is talking about gentrification. And I'm just sitting there like, because I know I'm like, nigga, look to me like they cleaning up the neighborhood. But far be it for me to fucking say anything about that. Niggas got to pick a lane, bro. And you got to stay in that lane. What the fuck do you want? What do you want? And I feel like reparations is the only thing. You're not going to get it. See, you niggas think, and this is where it's going to go off the rails. Extreme. My views are my own. I just want to throw that out there. You niggas don't even understand your ancestors that you swear up and down. Oh, you disgrace the ancestors. You don't even know that your fucking ancestors would kill to be in your position. If the ancestors could rise up from the grave right now and see, motherfucker, are you playing a PS5? You're in air conditioning? You little piece of shit. You work from home? Are you out of your rabbit ass? What are you complaining about?
You can go to the grocery store and look at a white girl in the eyes and not have to fear for your life.
Not only are you drinking from the fountain in the recreational park and it don't have a colored sign on it or a white sign on it, nigga, you're buying gourmet water that you can make videos with, that you're pouring in a fucking bowl like, you little bastard bougie bitch, and you're complaining? What the fuck are you? Let's say I accept your premise, right? Because I know a lot of niggas, the pro-black niggas. Let's say I accept your premise. You're right. White people are holding us back. We can never reach our like systemic racism. We'll never reach our peak. Okay, cool. You're right. White people are evil. What's our plan? What's the plan? What you mean? What's the plan? What's the plan, nigga? When are we going to war? War? Yeah, nigga, you just successfully convinced me that white people are the evil and they're the enemy. They're never going to change. We can't coexist. I don't know about you, but I got a family to feed. And they clogging up the medical system. They clogging up the housing market. They clogging up the corporate America. I need mine. So what we doing? Oh yeah, we can go to war. Okay, cool. How you gonna resolve the numbers issue? What numbers issue? So you just signed up for war and you don't know that we're outnumbered? There's 46 million black Americans in this country. There's 240 million of them. If only a quarter of them wanted to go to war, that's still 60 million white Americans. Well, that's the white man's numbers. Okay, cool. The white man's numbers. So what numbers you got? Well, I ain't got systems. So you taking us into a war. You don't even have the fucking numbers on how many able-bodied people we have to go to war with. And you're telling me that the numbers, there's more black people that we know because the white people are hiding magical black people out here. Okay, cool. You don't even have better numbers. And the women, you're going to sign us up to go to a war that we can't win. All the men going to get slaughtered. And no offense to the women, but the black women are going to do exactly what women have done for thousands of years. When their men lose, oh shit, guess we with these men. That's exactly what y'all gonna fucking do. That's exactly what y'all are gonna fucking do. You're gonna look like, damn, I guess our man wasn't up to the task. How about
Hey, as always, he had a line, but he's right. You know, it's like, I mean, think about
Very
it.
based.
So forgive me if I'm listening. You tell me how hanging with white people, you're a coon. Okay, nigga, you're a monkey. What do you want me to do about it? The fuck you want me to do? You want me to go and be loyal to you over skin color, nigga? You don't even have a fucking plan. Your plan is let's complain until we get reparations. I'm sorry that I don't want to wake up every day living like that.
You want to know the worst part about the reparations talk is, do they not understand that if that was to happen, right, and you know the government was to issue every person who was a descendant of slavery reparations, for one, there would be a lot of white people who will be getting reparations because of their grandparents or great grandparents or whatever
who fought for slavery and who fought against slavery and got fucking knocked off fighting against slavery.
Not even that, just the ones that were the indentured servants who turned into slaves, you know, down there in the South. Because there were a lot of white people that they never talk about. A lot of white people were slaves as well, right? So they're going to get reparations. And then you got like the great greats that, you know, their ancestors started mating with white people, and that's why they look white now. But their ancestors were slaves, so now they're going to get reparations. They're going to be upset about that. And then on top of that, what are they going to do when you all get that money and they all spend the money? Because you know how they're going to do. They're going to blow the fucking money.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't believe me, niggas, they already tested. They already tested giving you nigga reparations. You want to know what it was called?
That PPP loan. That PPP.
Exactly. And
y'all scammed for that PPP loan. Y'all got thousands upon thousands of dollars. And the smartest thing that y'all could think of was, I'm gonna go buy some rims. I'm gonna go buy some rims. I'm gonna go buy some rims. I'm gonna go buy a new car.
Let's find out what happens if we give a little sprinkle of reparations. These niggas, did you see that video of the nigga that was talking about how he was finna go to jail, but his chat wanted to know where he bought with his rep? This nigga pulled out a Rolex. He was like, yeah, I bought this Rolex. I bought this Louis Vuitton. I really love this. And I was like, this nigga's going to jail because he wanted a Rolex.
That's and that right there is what's going to happen. They're going to blow the money on things that are not worthy. Like, they're not going to invest in no land. They're not going to invest in no business. There will be some that will. I'm not saying all won't. There will be some that will, but the majority are going to blow it.
Here's the funny thing, Kata. The PPP loans were quite literally reparations. Because you know what every single person who's going to jail for that said? Yeah, they sent me a letter and said I had to pay this back. Wait. They gave you an opportunity to pay it back? And when you said you couldn't afford it, they're taking your ass to jail. What that tells me is they pretty much told you, yeah, you took the money illegally, but if you would have started a business and made the money back and just paid it back, all forgiven. So you didn't start a business. You blew it all. They came back and said, hey, yo, where our money at? Oh, I can't pay it back. So we gave you $20,000 plus more. And so what the government did was say, we're gonna give you this loan, but you're gonna pay it back and you're gonna go to prison. They did the mafia to you. They just didn't kill you. That's they knew you was gonna take that money. You don't think the government don't know, niggas?
I'm kind of upset that I didn't do the PPP loan.
I was upset too. Now I'm
thinking of I should have did it.
It's a big risk because even if you tried to start a business, which I know some people who tried to start a business, if you didn't make no money back and you can pay, you finna go to jail for 10 years. But I guarantee you that people who took PPP loans illegally paid the money back and they good. But see, here's the thing about this hypothetical race war you niggas want. You think it's gonna be violence in the streets? No, nigga. If you are a white leader and there's a race war going on, you think you about to send some niggas in there? You think you about to send some precious white lives in there to go and fight? No, you fucking idiot. That's not how they will fight the war. They're gonna start by turning your fucking resources off. No power.
Yep.
Your food supply gone. All white resources get shut off. Let's see how you niggas survive without our resources. and then they're gonna make you fight amongst each other until you get some goddamn sense into you.
I got a very good example as to why all of this is stupid. Akon, a nigga with money, was going to start his own Wakanda. Remember that? He was going to do all that and do his own country with black people. And they're like, hey, everybody from America move back to Africa and everything like that. 5+ years, the only thing that nigga built was the framework for one building.
Damn.
The framework for one building after millions upon millions of millions of dollars.
Button.
And y'all didn't do. And look, and all the black people that's like, man, hey, I'm pro-black, hey, Wakanda forever, all that shit. Y'all ain't invest in that Akon city.
Man, listen, all the successful, rich, and educated black people realize, oh, that shit ain't gonna fucking work. You better ask fucking Dave Chappelle and Steph Curry why they fought against income-based, low income-based housing in their neighborhoods. Oh, that sounds like a bunch of single moms. Nope. Fuck out of here.
I live next to old people and white people. You want to know why? Because it's quiet. I go downstairs. They're so nice. Hey, how are you and your baby? Oh, we're fine. Yeah, there's some black people here, and they're nice as well because they know, hey, we chilling with the nice people. We're relaxed. Right down the street, that's where the niggas are at. I don't go there. You want to know why? Because I go into the grocery store. It's dirty. The bitch at the counter looking at me like she got an attitude because she got to work 8 hours. That ain't my fault. The fucking there's roaches and ants all over the place. And then they want to tell me I'm racist when I say, hey, maybe you should clean up in aisle 7. I don't do that shit. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, that means you don't like black people. It's quite literally the opposite. I want them to do better. I want you to feel better about yourself and not do what a lot of those dudes in the barbershop was doing, which is painting yourself as a victim and giving yourself a handicap so that you cannot do anything. Because once you go into the battle with you've already lost, then you've already lost. That's how it works. Like if I go out and I want to do something, my first thought isn't, oh, I'm a black man, I need to be careful. My first thought is, how am I going to get this done? Because it doesn't matter what my skin color is, because literally my grandmother,
you still can get lynched in South Carolina. Let's keep it.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
There's a literal
county
in I think North Carolina is called you can still get lynched county. Like
that's not what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But y'all know what it means. Y'all know what I mean. Like my literal grandma, was a part of the civil rights movement, like actively. And she actually went through all the bullshit y'all are claiming you went through. She got fucking sprayed with the water hose. She's been arrested. She's been abused. She got all that shit. And she fought so that my mother and me don't have to deal with that shit. So when I see people out here going, oh, it's the Fourth Reich, and oh, they want to put us all in chains. I'm like, y'all don't know what that shit is because you didn't have to deal with it because the other people already did. So stop complaining and being a bitch about it and take advantage of the opportunity that they gave you. And he's 100% right. Holy fuck. Hassan is 100% right. Because y'all remember that story I told y'all months ago about how
black people say the fuck away from Denny's. Just
I went to Denny's. So Saskas, y'all didn't hear it. I went to a Denny's, and this was back in my high school years. Like we just left the wrestling tournament, and we went to Denny's because we were going to get a cheat meal. And as soon as we opened the door, you could hear a squirrel fucking a cricket. Like it was that quiet. Like they all got quiet and looked at us. And the waiter walked up and she was like, yeah, I don't think y'all need to be here. And we absolutely left. So he's right. And it was that county. I know exactly what
Damn.
So, and you know what's crazy? A lot of the pro-black people on the internet and things like that, they've never experienced that a day in their life. They've never experienced something like that. So Saskas, we've been rambling.
I was
Guys,
just about to say that.
impressed. We had so
Because,
many gay jokes up until this point, and I'm just sitting here listening, like, where did that come from? You guys are smart. Not that I didn't think you were smart, but you're like,
we gotta
was
we gotta
really
keep you
well
on your
done.
toes. We gotta keep you on your toes.
yeah.
How do y'all feel about the Steven Crowder thing that y'all just saw and all the black people and what they were talking about and what we were talking about as well? How y'all feel about it?
Well, he said he was Canadian, didn't he?
Yeah.
Who, Steven Crowder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steven Crowder. That's the first time I've ever seen that guy before. I thought that was amazing. I didn't know what
You've
to
seen his
expect.
meme.
Pardon?
You've seen his memes.
Have I?
Yeah, the change my mind memes.
Change my mind, guy.
Yeah, that's him.
He's got a
Really?
5 o'clock shadow, and he looks angrier now, but it's still him.
And QBG used to work for him, I think, right?
No,
I think
really?
Quarter Black Garrett used to work for him. I'm pretty sure.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I was actually, well, you set up the clip pretty well, and then I saw the conversation, and I was surprised because he reminded me a little bit of Charlie Kirk going to campuses.
Well, he was the original Charlie Kirk. Like,
Really?
That's the
He
crazy part.
he started
Oh,
all
wow.
these public debates. I don't know if he started it, but he popularized it with Change My Mind. So he would go to different places on the street, college campuses, wherever, make a statement and say "Change my mind," and people would come and argue with him, and then everybody started doing it, and everybody started having public conversations and things like that. So he popularized
Popularized it. Yeah. He did, but the crazy thing is he stopped because of how extreme people were, and the only reason he just started back up is because Charlie Kirk got assassinated. So and that's the Streisand thing, right?
Well, wait. To be fair though, he never stopped doing he didn't do it all the time, but like he's been doing going into this very barbershop for years. Because I remember him doing that a lot. This is the same. It's the same barbershop every time, if I'm not mistaken. So they know him and they welcome him in there. They like, I guess they but my whole thing is let them talk. Like, don't gang up on. I hate when people do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Well, it's a lot of emotion, right? And there's a lot of brainwashing across the world where they want you to think that way. And then if you don't think that way, you get scapegoated from the group. And a lot of people like groupthink just because they don't want to be pushed out of popular thoughts. You can see it a lot with the Charlie Kirk thing. Like, that's a part of the reason they wanted to kill him, because he got through to people. And this guy gets through to people because he's smart, he's educated, and he knows his facts. And it's not like he's being disrespectful in his conversation. He's being very forthcoming. And it's a conversation people don't usually have because we've only heard one side of the agenda for so long. And if you don't believe that, and if you don't buy that, you're part of the problem. You're like some alt-right Nazi.
Yeah,
I respect how even-tempered he is, because it takes giant balls to go and speak to a group of people that don't agree with you. And not only do they not agree with you, they're angry at a group of people, and you are the representation of that group of people, so they're just going to give it to you. But I think reaching across the aisle is so important, because when I grew up, nobody got along with politics at all. I mean, if you were at the dinner table, if you didn't argue about politics, it wasn't a really good family meal. But nobody hated each other after. You were just talking about things that were different. And now it's become so volatile and so divisive. People just don't talk. So I respect Louder with Crowder. May he rest Charlie Kirk. That was one of the most horrifying things of our generation to watch. And then the reaction from both sides. I mean, the turning it into a joke, whether you agree with somebody or not, you don't want to see them shot in the throat and die in front of their family. Like, I think that we can just put the level there. And I respect that people aren't afraid to keep speaking. I think that it's just going to cause more people to keep speaking, more people to have conversations, and more people to be like, oh shit, are we on the side that is instilling violence, or is my side saying that side is violent, but we're also doing violence? Accountability on both sides is so fucking important.
Yeah. I mean, I think like I've been saying it ever since. Well, I've been saying it for years, but as a black dude, it's very hard to truly speak your mind, because a lot of niggas ain't gonna like what I gotta say. They have the mental slave capacity, like where they're mentally enslaved to think, oh, I'm lesser than, or oh, these people have power over me, or oh, I can't do this.
They literally think that we worship white people.
They think because I say, hey, I don't like gang culture because that shit's stupid. Shooting yourself over a block that you don't even own is dumb. They think that means that I want white acceptance. Well, it's like, no, I'm just trying to get across to you.
No, nigga, I want a neighborhood to be able to raise my fucking kids in. What the fuck?
Yeah, I want to be safe. I want to, I want to have a good time. That doesn't make me white. That made me a regular fucking person.
Motherfucker, you said a complete sentence. Motherfucker, oh, you want to talk white? I mean, why you want to be white? Bitch, because I said a complete sentence with no ebonics? What?
My entire life, every time I would speak, they'd be like, man, you talk white. I'm like, I'm sorry that my mom and my dad, I know you don't know about that ladder.
You talk white, like, my bad, cool. My bad, cool.
Hey, my bad, dog. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even mean to talk like that for real.
Anyway, man.
If you really want me to put on my black talk, goddamn shit, we can get into it.
I can code switch like a motherfucker, but we've been
hey, dog, you want to get in that motherfucking shit, dog? We can get into it for real, because I ain't really, it ain't nothing to me for real.
That's obviously fake. But okay, guys, we've been yapping negatively for a good little minute about the Steven Crowder. I didn't expect for it to go that long. I didn't expect it.
That was a good clip. That was
Final thoughts from the Saskas, because me and him talk too much. So final thoughts.
I'm gonna look up more of his clips. I can't. The Charlie Kirk ones hurt me too much right now. I cried for like a week. And there's so many people I thought were normal that were saying the most demonic things on the internet that I just couldn't handle it. And it was funny because they thought it would silence the message, but it just made it louder. My parents had never seen Charlie Kirk before, and we were talking about it, and I set up YouTube on there, and my dad and my mom have been just watching everything. They're like, this guy's amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking amazing. People are afraid of free-thinking people that don't take the message that the media and the corporations are trying to force down our throats so that we hate each other for no reason, instead of looking up and being like, hey, these fucking assholes are making our lives miserable for us. Like, we're taxed to fucking death. That's more important. But it's the way it's been for so long. And I think guys like you, guys like Eric July, guys like Steven, it's opening up a conversation that nobody's really wanting to happen, because then other people will be free thinkers. Other people will be like, wait a minute, that does make sense. Why have I been fed this garbage and I'm following it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Always I wonder why people want you to think a certain way. I think a lot of the time that this divisive ideology starts with kindness. Like, they're like, oh, if you're not into this, you're bad. You hate like this group, you hate that group. But that's just having questions, Keep having conversations, I would say, with people. And, everyone has opinions, but those opinions are formed by their experiences. And if somebody keeps having bad experiences, they're going to keep having negative opinions. So if there is somebody who thinks differently from you, don't add to the negative opinion that they already have of that. Try and be even when you speak to them, listen to them, let them finish speaking, and then, come back with love. And you might be surprised. I mean, I've met a lot of people who, have been hateful before they met me. I mean, I've met people who are like, oh, wow, I thought you were a dumb bitch, but you're kind of nice. And I'm like, oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear. But I really think that the guys on top just want us divided. They want divisive ideologies. They want us, like Sylvie said, fighting with each other so we don't realize that they're making our lives a grand fucking hell.
I 100% agree. I've always said this. If y'all really want to do true change, it's so easy. Just close your wallet. It's literally that easy. It's that easy. If you want people to listen to what you have to say, stop funding them, because that's what makes the world go around, which is money. You stop giving them money, they're like, whoa, what the fuck are these people upset about? And then they listen to you. You've seen it multiple times. You got to listen to these things. So Yeah.
All right. We've been going negative for a good little minute. Let's get back to some positive. We're gonna get to some
Let's
of
do
these
some gay jokes, please. Somebody do banana sticker.
Somebody super chat a gay joke right now. Super
Please.
chat a very good gay joke right now.
But guys,
okay, y'all want to hear something funny?
Massive respect for that. That was really cool. Yeah.
Thank you. We do this every week, by the way. We do this all the time, by the way.
Really?
And this is why
I'll be watching. Who knows? I'll pop in Monday with this one. Wait.
Hey. That's what a lot of people don't understand is that is what literally inspired us coming and streaming together.
Really?
Because we both kind of went viral around the same time, saying pretty much the same thing, and got the same response, which was race trader. Raccoons and baboons and all kind of stuff. And it's like, what? No. And then that just, kind of spawned into that. And that's why we just kind of like, when they're like, oh, you a coon? I'm like, sure, whatever. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me. Just because I'm telling you to do better for yourself doesn't make me, So
okay, so
I
yeah.
You
say what?
I love the lore between you guys. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Other fact, it took us like 6 or 7 months to actually start.
It was like 3 or 4 months. But okay, so we're gonna get my name is Atreus and you're watching New Black Street, the #1 most entertaining show in the pop culture space. Now I know we don't have the numbers to prove that just yet, but you're gonna help us get there. I know because you enjoyed the video enough to finish it all the way through, right? So you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed because we do a show every Monday night at 10 and a show every Friday night at 6 p.m. We cover video games, movies, all of the drama surrounding pop culture, and you're going to want to make sure you're there because nobody interacts with their chat as much as we do. All right? You're literally a part of the show over here, and I want to make sure you're there. So I'll see you